travel aboard. It may require it for passengers.
We're here today with a major announcement regarding our school system. And I want to start with just a moment of reflection on what we have been through up to now. You go back to this summer. Chancellor Carranza and I were adamant that we believed reopening our schools was the right thing to do, that our kids needed it. Parents had a lot of concerns, educators and staff had a lot of concerns. A lot of people said it could not be done, but we believed it could be done and it could be done safely. We became one of the few major cities in America to reopen our schools. In fact, by far, of course, the biggest school system in America. What we did, a lot of people looked at with amazement. And that's a credit to our educators and our staff, everyone at the Department of Education, our custodial services team, food services, school safety, everyone who was a part of that. They believed they could do it, and they did. And we kept our schools safe. And we did it in real life conditions. We proved that schools could be extraordinarily safe because we put a tremendous number of health and safety measures in place, created that gold standard of combined health and safety actions that worked. We didn't know back in July and August, we do know now that these steps work and they keep kids safe and they keep the whole school community safe. But we also said at the time that we would set a strict standard and we would live by it. And if we hit 3%, we'd have to reevaluate the whole situation. We did, of course, hit 3%. We did a temporary closure of our schools. And then we went about the work immediately of resetting the entire equation and trying to determine a path that would be sustainable. Regardless of the challenges we faced, we needed something sustainable that could link us up to the time when we would have the vaccine widely distributed. And so we focused on increasing the health and safety measures, doubling down on the things that work, making them even more stringent and exacting. Had conversations with our stakeholders, conversations with the state. I've had a number of conversations with the governor. We've been working through how do we take all those good lessons of health and safety and amplify them with new measures. So that is exactly what we now will put in place. We will have testing that is going to go from monthly in every school to weekly in every school. We will have consent forms required for attendance. I want to emphasize this. Students will not be able to attend school unless they have a consent form on record, period. This is something for everyone's health and safety.
Shalom. Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. It was in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai. Just heard it from the horse's mouth, man. They'll be opening up schools, and me personally, and just through the spirit, I believe that they're doing these things because they want to be justified on giving you jakes, mainly your children, the jab. Okay, this thing is ramping up, man, and they're already talking about. They already started distributing these particular maxes Friday of last week. So, hey, through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, man, we're in them times, and this devil is getting to come down with great wrath. So it's not time to be playing games out here. All right. I was trying to get this video out for the last hour, but I was exploring with this new device I had got, and I still haven't quite figured it out. It's a little different, other than what I'm used to, and the different gadgets on it. So I've been uploading from this other device, which takes quite some time because the service Premiere was switched over to the other device, and I've been using the Wi-Fi, which is pretty slow in some cases when it comes to proverbial upload. So bear with me if the lessons seem a little delayed until I get used to this other device I got and actually find out how to really work with it and get things up officially. But through the spirit, man, this is what we've been telling you brothers out there And you 2/3 out there, man, you're getting ready to see this man for who he is. All right, this devil is getting ready to show his horns, because once again, the scripture saying in Revelation 12, this devil is getting down to come. He's getting ready to come down with great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. All right, so hey, they're doing this quick, and they said, look, we're gonna try to have this thing out by the mid-December, late December. But the way E is working, it seems like that he's already on the ball. You know how they're talking about, well, it's gonna take us some time. We expect to have this thing out by March or May next year. No. They already have it. Okay, they already have it, and through the Spirit. Hey man, you might not have a Christmas or a New Year's Eve, you know. All right, because like right now, the military, they're gonna be deployed to these different cities, to these different neighborhoods, and they're gonna get to knocking on doors. Okay, and believe the people that they're gonna search out is you so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American. Okay, which you are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And man, bro, I can't even begin to wrap my hand around it. But anyway, I got an article here, and I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it from here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna actually play this, so hopefully you can hear it from this other device. But give me 1 second.
Chartering flights to send doses of the vaccine to the United
Hold up. There we go.
The first doses of Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine candidate have been flown over to the U.S. from Belgium. A source familiar with United Airlines' COVID vaccine readiness task team planning confirmed to NBC on Saturday. On Friday,
The hell? What's going on? Hold up, give me 1 second. See, that's what I'm talking about. This thing is doing stupid stuff. Hold up. See, it's not even talking no more. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to just read the article. Anyway, so this is an article from, it says, first dose of Pfizer CVac have flown to U.S. from Belgium. It says report. All right. So it says here, the first doses of Pfizer CVac candidate have been flown to the U.S. from Belgium. A source familiar with the United Airlines CVac's readiness task team planning confirmed on NBC on Saturday. It says on Friday, the Wall Street Journal reported that United commenced chartering flights to send doses of the vax to the United States. It says in a statement to The Hill on Friday, the Federal Aviation Administration, which is the FAA, also confirmed that it was supporting this first mass air shipment of the MAX. It says a source told the network that the FAA is allowing United to carry 15,000 pounds of dry ice per flight, which is 5 times more than a permitted limit. But Pfizer's MAX must be kept at a below freezing temperatures to maintain efficiency of the dosage. But the United would not confirm details on the flight. To The Hill said it will support a MAX distribution effort on a global scale. See, they getting ready to come down. Okay, this is Revelation 12 all day. It says, noting its shipment run through the United Cargo Division of the airline, it says Pfizer's vax candidate said was developed in a partnership with the German biotechnology company BioNTech last week, and Pfizer applied for the emergency use of authorization with the Food and Drug Administration. It says the max will be distributed once it is approved, according to the Financial Times Saturday. So they're already going to approve it. It's already approved. It's just a matter of getting it out to the public or not. Okay. And matter of fact, I got this other video I recorded. I was watching this show called Utopia, and it's basically going into exactly what we're just reading right now. Because the whole thing about this is to depopulate. Okay. And they watch that show Utopia. It basically tells you that they want to depopulate humanity, mainly the undesirables, okay, which is the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So anyway, let me get a few scriptures, then we're gonna go into it, man, because I don't want to rant. You know, I want these precepts to come out, which is pretty straightforward. Okay, so anyway, let's go from here to the book of and this is a bad thing for your kids too, because what happened was this problem, reaction, solution. You people, the problem was the fact of this pandemic. The reaction was the fact that you people were afraid, all right, and you begged for this. And Esau knew that. He knew that you were bad for this sort of phenomenon, and therefore he can distribute it and get it to you. He basically just set a trap for you and you fell for it. It's just like if you know the trail that a deer take and you watch it, let's say if you watch a deer for 2 weeks, usually deers take the same path or somewhat deviate, but mainly they take a particular course and they know where to set the trap at so they can catch the deer next time. And this is exactly what they did. They caught you goyim, which means cattle. You goyim, you got caught up right in the devil's plan because he knew exactly what you were begged for. Okay, it's a proven formula. It's just like 1 + 1 is 2. Always, it never changes. That's a particular formula that you will always get that answer. And it's the same thing when it comes to manipulating world events. Okay, this has been a formula that have always used since the time of the Maccabees, which is the Greeks, since the time of the Romans, even during the time of the Babylonian Empire. You always had problem, reaction, solution. The problem is the pandemic. The reaction, you people are afraid wearing masks. Solution is to come with this distribution of a jab on a full scale, which is going to embody lockdowns like no other. Like they even said, Gates said, well, look, this second lockdown, he said, you people really gonna get it. And this lockdown is the one that they may distribute this max, okay? And I believe it because I don't see this going back to normal. All right, this is the new normal. We're in the new world order, okay? And we're in the times that Yahushua stated that he was gonna come back and bring judgment on the earth. All right, so this is the book of 2nd Ezra 16:1. It says, woe be unto thee, Babylon in Asia. Won't be unto thee, Egypt in Syria. It says, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and bewail. It says, Salakia, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair and bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. It said your children, so your children is not even safe. All you Jakes out there talking about, well, my kid need to be in school and learning. You're begging for your kid to be taken by the devil. All right, so I'm gonna play this video here, and I'm gonna go into a couple more precepts, and you get the point. But Lord's will, we elaborate on this a little bit more throughout the week. This is just something that was on my spirit, and I was compelled to get it out. It wasn't rehearsed; it was just something the Spirit told me to go ahead and do. So we got to go when the Spirit tells us to go, no matter when. Okay, so here we go. See, he just said they took that virus and embedded in the jab. All right. And that's going to cause a lot of people to get sick and die because most of the people in America, they're sickly. All right. Due to the diet, due to the water, the air, the pollution. These people are sickly people. All right. You got a 20 to 25% of the population are diabetics. And he broke it down. He said, look, he was telling the chick, I think she have like seizures. He said, you know why you have seizures? He said, because when you were a kid, you had to go to the dean's office because you had a sore throat, and the spray we gave you caused you to have seizures, and we programmed it so that it can have an hereditary effect on your offspring. If you have kids before you die, your offsprings will be affected by this. And I knew that from the Spirit, just like knowing that cancer and diabetes, that shit is not hereditary, man. Okay, when people say, oh, well, my grandfather was a diabetic. Yeah, he may have been a diabetic, okay, but it wasn't supposed to affect you. But what happened was the medicines they put in you, it alters your DNA and your genome makeup. So when you do bear children, they made it hereditary. You know, that's just like saying if you got a broken leg and you give birth, your kid born with a broken leg. No, it don't work that way. Okay, this is something that Eve strategically conquered up in a lab. Okay, and therefore you have something like pancreatic cancer, and it's hereditary is because it's the medicines they gave you that made it hereditary. Okay, and the whole concept of this was to make people sterile for 3 generations, so therefore there won't be any kids, because it's all about population control, which they say the earth is overpopulated, but the earth is nowhere near populated. Okay, this earth is vast. still largely undiscovered. So who is this man to say, oh, well, we got too many people on earth? Well, if we got too many people on earth, how about you be a good Samaritan and start by eradicating yourselves and your people? Okay? So if you want to save humanity that way, how about you just do a mass genocide on your people, including yourself, and just get eradicated from the fucking planet, man? All right? Then the world will be it'll be an equal place. It will be a better place once you devils are out of it, which is going to happen anyway, because we're going to bring back genocide in a major way when it comes to you Edomites anyway. So you only got so much time to rule, okay? All right? But hey, have fun while it lies, because you're going straight into slavery, you know?
Rona, baby. Now everybody's begging for the vaccine. No. The demanding is with all the entitlement of a first world country. Probably acts a solution. And now we have exactly what we want. Hundreds of millions of Americans lining up, offering us their arms, and letting us give them our creation. I'm pretty sure when every vaccinated person starts dying, they'll trace it back to undetectable virus or not. You've all been very busy. You're all very sharp. Are you sure none of you would like to come and work for me? No. Better than dying terrible, violent death. Then understand this. What we are doing is far bigger than death. This virus.
See? That's what this all is about, man. It's playing out. They show you in these shows. He said what we're doing is far greater than death. Okay? So, anyway, let's go Revelation real quick. You heard what the demon just said. So this is the book of Revelation 6 and 8. It says, and I look and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed him, and power was given to them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword of hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. That's speaking right now. Alright, that's speaking. If I haven't ever seen that scripture come to pass, or in the process of coming to pass, then I said it. It's happening as we speak. Okay, this is all part of this man's dialogical plan. Alright, so this is the book of Habakkuk 2, and I'm going to start at verses, let's start at, damn, I know I'm missing, I know it's right in my face. It's desire as hell. Yep, 2 and 5, it says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathering to him all nations, and heaping it to him all people. That's him taking over these lands. This is why he go to different lands to conquer and to basically steal resources, man, because he's not satisfied. He wants everything, including yourself. Okay, this man wants your soul. Alright. One more precept and I'm going to shut it down, but I'm going to play the rest of that video. Because the Most High is not dealing with this man. This man is diabolically evil. Alright, like I tell you in Psalms, Job 20th chapter, while he is eating in his fullness of his sufficiency, the Most High should rain down fire upon him while he is eating. Roughly paraphrasing. So he's walking head first into the fire pit. He don't even realize it, that the Most High is setting, he's baiting him. While he's trying to bait Yahweh Shai, Lord is baiting him. You know, going to set up that cross hook and collapse his ass. Alright? This is the book of Psalm 64. And I'm going to start at verses 5. It says, they encourage themselves in the evil matter, and they commune of laying snares privately. They say, who should see them? This whole pandemic is a snare, and a trap is to get certain agendas passed to bring forth draconian laws, okay? To basically rid the world of the Israelites, and the ones they don't kill off, put them back in hardcore slavery. That's what this all about. And this particular job is set up to destroy you, man. Followed by the chip. It says, and they search out iniquities, and they accomplish a diligent search, and both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart, which is their mind, is deep. But the Most High should shoot at them with the arrow, and suddenly they should be wounded. So the Lord is getting ready to intervene. He ain't gonna let them continue to do this. Alright, that's why this is a beautiful time we're living in, because it looks like there's no hope. It looks like he's gonna he's gonna max us, he's gonna chip everybody. It seems like that's the case. It seems like the Lord is gonna allow him to conquer his elect, but that's not gonna happen. Through faith, we know the Lord is gonna step in and save his elect, man. That's all hope we got. If that's not the case, then we're doomed. But we know that's the case because it's written. All right, but anyway, with that, All praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and above all, Lord's will you edify. Shalom.
This is not deadly.
It looks pretty damn deadly.
Tell me this. What have you done today to earn your place in this crowded world? Exactly. Everything I do is a cure for our current situation. And how's it a cure if you're killing people? I told you it does not kill. That was the amazing epiphany we had. We didn't have to kill to accomplish our goal. Which is what? Hello.